Alola, Pokemon Trainers, Professor Chaz here, the lab coat's on back order, and welcome back to our Pokemon Moon playthrough, episode number 58. As you just saw, we had a bit of a grinding montage, because in the last episode, we made it here to the Pony Plains. We're on our way towards the battle tree at the far end of Pony Island. I want to unlock that as a fly location, then we're going to go do some other stuff on some other islands. What else did we do in the last episode? I think basically it was just a lot of trainer battles along the way here, the Pony Trail, Pony Path, Pony Plains, whatever this whole pony place is called. And we actually did have an evolution in the last episode. If you missed it, you can go check that out. But you can see in the layout down below who we have on the team, and we'll do a team recap in just a moment, because as I said, we just had a grinding montage, and in the next little while, I've got ideas for when I'm going to be cycling out the current team for a different team based on certain events that will be taking place, and I'll explain. I might explain later, otherwise I'll just let you see when the team changes. But what I'm going to do is, whenever a new team comes in, I'm always going to bring two of our Pokemon Moon Pokemon, you know, the Alola team, on the team, because they still have to get some training to hit the level 100 that the rest of my Pokemon are at. So we'll have two Pokemon from the playthrough, as well as 4 returning Pokemon from previous generations. So that being the case, let's take a look at the current team, starting with Dorothy, our Drifblim, at level 59. I got both her and Pandora to level 59. Dorothy is a quiet Pokemon, upping special attack, dropping speed, unburdened ability, boosting speed if she uses or loses her held item, and she's holding Citrus Berry. Good combination, she can get the speed boost and some healing if she goes below half HP. Moveset is Hex, Gust, Will-O-Wisp, and Minimize. Next is the evolution that we did have last time. Look at her in all her Pangoro glory, Panglory if you will. Pandora, our level 59 Pangoro. A calm Pokemon, upping special defense while dropping attack, so not an amazingly good nature, but look at the attack stat regardless. Now, I did max out the EV training, the Bouncy Castle training for the attack stat. She has the Iron Fist ability, adding more power to all punching attacks, Muscle Band adding power to physical attacks, Sky Uppercut and Bullet Punch are both going to be benefited by both of those. She also has Crunch and Parting Shot. Next, previous Pokemon from the previous generations. You'll notice that Kabutops here does not have a Pokedex number, and I'll discuss something about that in a little bit, but this is Kabutops from our Kanto collection, with a calm nature as well. Yes, special defense up, attack down, not holding, has the Swift Swim ability, adding speed in a rainstorm, and holding Rocky MZ, which, have we made use of that? I don't think we have just yet. He has Waterfall, Rock Slide, Hone Claws, and Rain Dance. Next is Egbert, our Togetic, a previously seen Pokemon in the Pokemon Silver playthrough. He is a naughty Pokemon, upping attack while dropping special defense. The ability is Serene Grace, adding chances to the secondary effects of attacks, holding Waterium Z for some, what would it be, the Hydro Vortex attack. Moveset is Water Pulse, Follow Me, Tailwind, and Heal Bell. Next is Skippy the Swampert, most recently seen in our Pokemon Sapphire playthrough of the weekend. Previous weekend, actually, because he wasn't used last weekend, so if you want to know why, check those out, those episodes. But anyway, he's a lax Pokemon, upping defense, dropping special defense. He has the Torrent ability, of course, Waterium Z as well, just like Egbert. Gonna give him the Hydro Vortex also. He has Earthquake, Waterfall, Avalanche, and Stealth Rock. And finally, our our Kalos starter Pokemon, Springer the Greninja. He is a lonely Pokemon, upping attack, dropping defense, Torrent ability, of course, and Icium Z going to allow for Sub-Zero Slammer and Z-Haze, which I don't know what that would do just yet. He has Waterfall, Ice Punch, Haze, and Substitute. Now, before we go any further in this, I've been itching to do this on camera for quite some time. I am visiting the Pelago, because I now have enough Pokemon and enough beans to develop the last of the 2 islands, and I want to do this on camera. Hopefully it won't take up too much time, but as we speak to Mon, looks like you should be able to develop the Isle level up now. I'll be waiting for you in the raft hut. And first of all, let me harvest all these berries. Look at all this. I get 9 of these Mago berries. How many of the Agua berries? 9 of those as well. The more you've developed this island here, the more berries you will harvest each time you grab one of these. And these Ayapapa berries, I think. I'll grab these here. I'll plant more off camera. I don't want to waste time with that. What I want to do is head into the raft hut. Did you want to do something? I'll develop isles. So I could develop the Isle of Fun for more items. Before I do that, I want to make sure I have enough beans to develop these last 2 isles. The Isle level up. Develop this isle to create a place where Pokemon can enjoy exercising. Up to 6 Pokemon can be invited to this isle. This here is, I believe, another way to get some basically super training or EV training for your Pokemon, based on what the Pokemon.com, what was it, like a comprehensive Pokepelago guide was released there. So I think you can get some super training here. Order received, and I'll get straight to work. So I'm only going to get the basics, like the stage 1 development for each of these islands. I can upgrade them off camera just so you guys don't have to sit through me doing this too much. The Isle Level Up renovations are complete. Okay, what do you say? This is Isle Level Up. There are logs and things to climb and a nice sandy area to play in and exercise with. Now your Pokemon can help themselves to grow stronger while they have fun. That's right, check out the sign there and you can decide which Pokemon you want to invite here to play at Isle Level Up. I've also prepared some special drinks for the Pokemon playing here at Isle Level Up. Just a little treat from me for the hard workers. And you should choose a drink you'd like to share with your Pokemon when you're deciding who you want to call out to play. Your Pokemon will be delighted. Keep up the good work. So let me just see what this does. Now everyone is basically already super trained, so I don't really need to use this island that much. But let me just see here. Tell you what, let's go with our Kanto main team, just for the time being. Shelbert. Oh, they actually do... Aw, can't bring Pikachus in a battle team? Okay. Can I switch the teams out? I guess not. Well, in that case, we'll let Pikachu sit out for the time being. Poor Pikachu is getting just not banned, but disallowed to attend certain things. And I'll talk more about that in a moment as well. You know what, Snapper? You can join in for now. So, it shouldn't affect their super training. Let me just check their summary. I'll show you. I basically have them all super trained from Gen 6, as much as I wanted them to. What I was doing in the Gen 6 Wi-Fi battles, I would sometimes alter their super training based on what role I wanted them to play each week. So, I can be doing that with this island as well. So let's just see what this does. We're going to put those 6 Pokemon on the Isle Level Up. And what kind of drink would you like to make your Pokemon? Hydration is key. So the drink selection, level boost drink, it can increase their experience. HP boost increases their base HP, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, speed. And that is it. I like how there's a rare candy on that straw, you notice? And what are those symbols? Those are just like an up arrow based on the color of what the stat is. So I'll just give them... I'll just do the level boost. They're already level 100, but whatever. How many play sessions should your Pokemon complete this time? Let's just do 1. It'll take 30 minutes. Probably not going to be done by the time the episode is finished, but we'll just do that. Okay, looks like we're ready to go. I bet your Pokemon will have a great time playing, getting stronger, and having a blast. So they're actually here on the island, so they're no longer in the PC, I would assume. Now, if I put berries in, or beans, let's just put 3. What does this do? They'll be delighted, make things even more fun than usual. Okay, they'll just finish twice as fast. Alright, so they'll be done in actually 15 minutes, so we can see that at the end of the episode. Now, let us move on to develop the next and the final island, which is going to be Isle of View. Develop this isle to create a hot spring where Pokemon can relax. Up to 6 Pokemon can be invited to this isle. Order received, I'll get straight to work. So this is where you can make them friendlier by playing in the hot springs, but you can also hatch eggs here, apparently. The Isle of View renovations are complete. Okay, what do you think? This is Isle of View. I've used the warm water that wells up beneath the island here to make a hot spring bath. Your Pokemon will be able to relax and get real cozy here. That's right. Check out the sign there. You can let me know which Pokemon you'll send over to relax here at Isle of View. Your Pokemon will be perfectly at home here. Keep up the good work. So, you know what? Let's just let 6 Pokemon hang out here for a bit, too. Which ones do you want to send in here? Let me see. You know what? Let's go with our Sinnoh team. We'll go with Slippin, Canuck, Medusa, Sol, Cliff, and Shelly. We will let them... You haven't seen them really in the playthroughs yet. You might have seen them in some of the Wi-Fi battles. But we haven't seen them in playthroughs just yet. So they'll have a time to relax for the time being. And that will make them happier. Now, I've heard you have to watch out, because if they're in here for too long, they get oversteamed, and you'll have to take them out, I believe. Alright, so what does this here do? How many beans do you want to put in? I'll just put another... I'll do 5 here. It should make things even more relaxing. They will relax even more now. I would assume that boosts their friendship even quicker. So, I guess that is it for the time being. I'm going to grab these beans here. I'll shake this down later on off camera. Again, that's just... I'm going to be wasting your time with that. We're going to exit out of the Pelago. I've just been waiting to start this up because I want to max out these islands just to get all the benefits that I can from them. And that's that. I wanted to show you guys on camera. So, I'm going to try to avoid the random encounters if I can, but I do know there are some berries up here I want to get. So as we go through... Wait, I forgot there's trees that things are going to jump out at us. And there are Scyther in some of the bushes here too, which is pretty cool. And as we see, there's a wild primate. Well, we're leading with our ghost type, so that's not bad. What's your level at? Can we get some experience off of you? Or should we just run? Yeah, we're just going to walk away from this one. So I was talking about how poor Pikachu is being disallowed and prohibited from attending certain events. Unfortunately, he cannot hang out on the jungle gym of Isle... What is it again? Isle of View. No, Isle Level Up. That's it. Isle of View is the final one. Ooh, trainer. Let's go. Let's get into battle against this guy. I've assembled my team members from Pokemon that spring from the mountains. Do we get to see Alolan Graveler yet? We haven't seen that one. I want to say, when I sent up my Pokemon through the Pokemon Bank, it was cool to see, for example, say, Squeak the Raticate and Blitz the Raichu. Ooh, it's the midday form. They defaulted the Pokedex entry for those two Pokemon to the Kanto versions, as opposed to showing the Alola versions. So that was pretty interesting. This is a Rock type. We're going to switch, right now, into our Pangoro Pandora, and go for a nice, powerful... Actually, we can go for Bullet Punch. Don't know if it's going to be one-hit KO, but... Well, we might as... No, you know what? I'll go Sky Uppercut right now. If you survive this one, then we got speed priority to make use of. But anyway... So I've uploaded a bunch of Pokemon. So far, Pikachu is the only one I've noticed that has this problem, but others might. I haven't tested them all yet. I tried going into some Wi-Fi battles with Pikachu on one of my battle teams, and it says, there is a problem with one or more. Good job, Pandora! Super critical mega uppercut. Uppercut. Anyway, so, yeah, it says there's a problem with one or more of the Pokemon in your battle team. I took Pikachu out, and suddenly... Pikachu, or the team, was totally fine to use. So there's something that the game detects is wrong with Pikachu, which the only thing I can think of is it might not realize, like, you know, the online... Another critical! Excellent job, Pandora! It might not realize that some of the Move Tutor attacks from back in the Game Boy Advance games, the Fire Red, Leaf Green, they might not realize some of those could have been transferred all the way up, because Pikachu knows Body Slam from a Move Tutor back in Fire Red. It's not only an attack Pikachu can even learn, even from a TM in Gen 1, I don't think. Conflicts produce nothing but, from Pokemon battle, springs a sense of mutual respect. So, for that reason, maybe there might be something else wrong with Pikachu, but the game doesn't think Pikachu is a legal Pokemon. If a hiker like me springs up from the mountains, swimmers could well spring from a wellspring. Oh, swimmers could well spring from a wellspring. That kind of makes sense, only does it? Why is there... Oh, do I go down... How do I get those berries? Oh, right here. Excellent. Now we're going to see any rare berries here. Well, we're going to see Crabrawler. Wait, do we see Crabominable this far into the region? Nope, Crabrawler. I was going to say if it was Crabominable, we'd have to switch out because it is Ice type. But then who would we switch to? Dorothy's weak to Ice, Pandora's weak to Fighting. Fortunately, there's not a problem. We're going to Will-O-Wisp this thing. Go for... I guess Gust is probably... Well, hang on. Hex would be more powerful. Anyway, what I want to do is test all my Pokemon just to see, does the game think any other Pokemon are not legal from my overall collection? Because it's sort of detrimental to think that all this time I've been training Pikachu up through all the regions, all the generations. He got all these ribbons to show off where he's been. And he has like a unique attack that normally other Pokemon can't have, or other Pikachu can't have. It would be really... disappointing if he is not permitted to be used because of that, you know? And I was saying, if it's a choice of removing Body Slam so that Pikachu can be used, and the other choice is not using him in online battles, I simply won't use him in online battles, because Body Slam makes him a very unique, particular Pikachu. And I'm not going to change that just so he can be used online. I'm hoping that eventually Game Freak will realize that, oh wait, yeah, Move Tutors were a thing back then, so... They might, hopefully, update their online checker to include the Move Tutor attacks from way back when. No telling if they're going to be able to do that or not. Before I jump down, what else are they hiding up here with all these rock smashable rocks? Alright, didn't see that shadow coming. That looked big. It's just a Fearow, though. Nothing to fear. But, yeah, poor Pikachu. And now he can't even hang out on the jungle gym with everybody. But he'll have his chance to shine. I should make a point to bring him into this playthrough as well. Just so he does have a chance to, like, you know, be shown off for everybody out there. I'm hoping, even though he can't be brought into the battle spot, I'm hoping I can use him in direct friend battles. Because if so, there's still a chance when I do some Wi-Fi battles with the viewers out there, I could use Pikachu for some of those. At first, I thought it might be because I gave him a Light Ball, because I spent some time hunting for a Wild Pichu on Melee Island. And I was using the SOS feature, the SOS battle feature, to have Pichu call in Wild Pikachu, thinking, you know, they probably would have a light ball, or at least a chance. And eventually, a Pikachu was called in, and come on. And it did have the light ball, which is pretty cool. So, Pikachu now has the, is it 50% boost to attack and special attack, I think. It might double, actually. I can't even remember. But anyway, Pikachu has some pretty impressively boosted offensive stats, but I can't use them in the battle spot. And I was thinking, like, so, there's other Pokemon I have used move tutors for way back in Gen 1 that I'm considering or concerned that they may not be able to be used in the battle spot. I'm trying to think. I know Stinger, my Beedrill, has Endure, which they cannot learn nowadays. I can't remember if it was from Gen 4 or was it back in Gen 3, because I think I used a move tutor for him, but Endure was a TM in Gen 4. So, it might be detecting that it was a Gen 4 TM, therefore saying that he is a legal Pokemon to be used. But, like I say, hopefully they're going to update and allow for the Game Boy Advance move tutors to have those attacks usable for Pokemon. I should probably give Pokemon International a call and just say, you guys want to check into that? And just make sure you got the proper data checking going on for the online battle spot. Like, the problem is, of course, they want to make sure hacked Pokemon from previous generations are not being used, right? Because it's unfair to the other players. Ooh, Sharp Beak. I could give that to Dorothy, but I like the Unburdened boost of using the Citrus Berry instead. But, what was I about to say? I didn't want to jump down here. Yes, I did. Dorothy can learn that, actually. I'm pretty sure. Now, was that the only thing I wanted to get here? Or do I got to cycle all the way back around? Nope, we're good. We got a Zygarde Cell. Anything hidden in these rocks? Doesn't look like it. I could try Stoutland Surge. I'll do that probably off camera. Ah, I gotta go around again. I'll do it off camera. Do some item or hidden item hunting at some point. But I'm hoping to finish up all of the Pony Plains and at least move on to another fly spot. I do want to make a point, very soon, go back and talk to Professor Kukui, because off camera, I did go and check something out. Also, Ice King 688 did let me know that there is something that can get there. I'm not going to say what it is just yet, but when I do finally have a chance to fly out of here and then fly right back to where I'm leaving, I will go visit with Professor Kukui, get a couple of interesting, useful items, and I'm also going to go speak to my mother as well, because you know something I never do in playthroughs? I don't go back and talk to the mother character. She must be so lonely. I mean, she has Meowth with her in this generation, but like, her own son goes away and disappears for like months at a time. You know, you never actually call. That's what I kind of thought was, it just comes to mind now, but back in the game Earthbound, you would have to, what was it? Ness would get homesick. Like, the main character would get homesick sometimes, and it was like a status condition. Think of it like burn or paralysis or something. You would have to call home and talk to your mother to alleviate the homesickness. I think that was a thing, if I'm remembering correctly, which is actually pretty interesting, the way they, a real-life status condition sort of thing, made sense in-game. Yeah, Earthbound had some pretty interesting ideas going for it. I'm still, like, I don't remember the game that well. I remember playing through it when I was younger. Like, I'm not going to spoil the ending, but there's a moment where whenever you play a game, you're invested in the characters and how well they do, right? Well, the ending of Earthbound, you are super invested in that final battle. And that's all I'm going to say about that. If you guys know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about, obviously. So let's grab this random item here. It is a star piece. You can sell that for some good cash. I got some good money on me right now, too. Now, can we get through without encounter? I didn't want to jump down. Where else can we go? We're pretty much done this part, the western side of the plains. Let's try to avoid any random grass, random flying Pokemon. Did I fight you yet? I did. Alright, have we come down here to the beach area? We have not. Obviously, there's a trainer. Let's go. I completed Trials and Grand Trials, and now I aim for an even higher place. The Battle Tree, everybody. That's where she's heading. That's where we're heading. You know, this should make like a Wizard of Oz sort of thing. Let's all recruit a bunch of people. Like the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, the Lion. And let's all go to the Battle Tree together. I was kind of hoping there'd be an Alolan Cloister, but apparently there's not. Now, I wonder, I'm sure you all out there know this, but have I met all the Alolan Pokemon already? Or the Alola form Pokemon? Now, of course, ice is a thing. So I'm going to switch. I was thinking I could possibly survive like an Icicle Spear or something, but you know what? If this thing has Skill Link, nah, that would be a problem. It is only one level below. But we have got a fighting type attack in good old Pandora, and she comes in before the spikes are laid down, therefore no damage for our Pangoro coming in as we go for... Now, this thing has pretty good physical defense, but how much will the Iron Fist Muscle Band boosted... Don't flinch me. I think this can flinch. But how much is our Sky Uppercut going to do here? Boom! Right there. You actually handled that. But you know what I really like about our new Pangoro? Bullet Punch. Down you go. Now, I think this I was going to say person Pokemon trainer. Again, I've said this many times. My brain tries to put two words together. Or no. It thinks of two words. My mouth tries to put two words together is what happens. How many more Pokemon does this Pokemon trainer have? It is a Lurantis. So that is a grass type. I don't really have too much to fear, I do not think. Let's go with a Sky Uppercut. I could Parting Shot, actually. Why are we faster than you? I would have expected that thing would be more speedy. Now, I think Lurantis and Serena are sort of maybe counterpart-ish to one another. And I think Lurantis is more specially offensive, but is it really? Because it learns the physical version of Solar Beam, basically Solar Blade. Were the trials you completed more densely packed than the ones I did? Well, if you're talking about the Salazzle one, it was densely packed with a lot of Pokemon. Yes, let's go with that. What exactly did you get hit by that was water? You got hit by ice. I suppose at the end of the fight the ice could have melted off, though, and now you are dripping wet. But not anymore. Watch how Pandora eats a berry, or eats a bean. Take a bite here. 2 bites, gone. And look how happy she is. Can't really tell, but those are eyes of happiness right there. So let's go a little bit further in this episode. The grinding did take a little bit of extra time, so we're not be able to do as much as we can in this episode as I would have probably liked. I'm still going for like just half-hour episodes until Friday when we'll get back to our 45-minute episode sort of thing. I'm literally searching for a high place. I'm actually going to go climb a tree. That's a good idea. I would assume there's a place to fish down here. And why would I assume that? I don't know. It's just a random hunch. As we pick up a Carbos, I was completely wrong. There is no fishing to be had here whatsoever. So what else can we finish in this episode? I'm hoping to avoid more attacks. There's a bush right there shaking like crazy. Let's avoid that one. Wander around here. I think I spoke to the sign. I checked the sign, I should say. There's grass going crazy there. Can we get through? Tauros, get us through. Oh, come on. Tauros, go! Excellent. Alright, where does this say it takes us to? The Pony Meadow is to the left. So what is up here? An item? A trainer? See if we can avoid the wild encounter and grab this item, and then we'll deal with that trainer down there. I can jump down here if I want. That won't really help me, though. It's going to take me back on the path. So we grab ourselves an X Defense. I kind of want to check out this rocky area up here. Can't avoid him, I'm sure. No. Let's get into a fight here, deal with this veteran. I was a rising star who spent all my time in battle, and now I'm a veteran. Alright, so what kind of Pokemon do you have to offer against us? And an Ultra Ball, no less. Veteran Leon. Do you have a Kecleon, maybe? You got a Skarmory. Best way to deal with you would be the Will-O-Wisp and Hex combo. Isn't it nice that ever since Gen 6, Steel no longer resists Dark or Ghost? Because that defensiveness of Steel type was pretty intense. So let's burn this Steel type. Also a good idea because it gets rid of any Sturdy ability you might happen to have, as we simply dodge the damage-reduced Night Slash because of the burn, of course. And does the Hex get the knockout? We're on par with all these trainers now, too, which is good, because I didn't want to over-level my Pokemon against these, rival trainers. And I think just grinding for an hour is actually pretty good for each Pokemon team I'm going to be bringing back. Now, Autotomize is going to speed this thing up. It's going to sharply lower my special defense. But I suppose that's okay, because you're going down to a Hex attack, but it does leave Dorothy weak for whatever comes in next. I should probably consider teaching Dorothy a different flying type attack. I should probably consider switching out, too, because that is a Vikavolt electric type. Pandora will be our best way to deal with this Pokemon. I'm thinking what I might do... Now, I said As far as the post-game, I'm not concerned with an injury putting my Pokemon out for an extended period. Oof, that would have hurt quite a bit. What I'm probably going to do is Crunch, because it resists everything else that we have. But I think as Pokemon take injuries and get knocked out during this part of the playthrough, I might just add a number to the Pokemon in the layout, just to show how many injuries that particular Pokemon has had. I'll still increment the overall injury counter as well. For example, okay, good. I was going to say, for example, there's one for Pandora right now. But fortunately, well, that's not good. So let's go with a full restore. I have stocked up on items. Not so many full restores, but I have some items. But I figure this is more kind of the fun part of the playthrough. My Pokemon have been through enough, right? You know, after being, spoilers for Friday, destroyed against the Pokemon League, I think that's enough injuries for a playthrough. You guys have seen the basic idea of, as far as the Nuzlocke-ish kind of style I was going for. Let's just bring this Vikavolt down with a nice powerful Crunch. And what is the final Pokemon from Leon? It is going to be a Gyarados. Of course, it does have the Intimidate. I don't think I can do anything super effective against me, so let's go for a Parting Shot. Not a bad idea, because, of course, now they got an attack boost. We're going to drop it right back down, though, as Dorothy comes in. Okay. That was kind of interesting. So, its speed is up, but the attack is at neutral. It can have Ice Fang. I almost said Ice Crunch. We are going to give this a try, though. I'm going to go with a Will-O-Wisp, of course. I should have taught her Thunderbolt, you know? In this particular instance. So Rain Dance, water moves are going to be boosted. I was going to say, don't have Hydration. Of course, we just saw Intimidate, but could you imagine if it had Hydration and we burned it, then it healed immediately? That would be kicking the old balloon here, wouldn't it? So with the burn affecting it, I can go for the Hex for double the damage. I don't know if I have time to check the little rocky area here in this episode, because this is going to take... Well, we're already past time, based on the grinding that I also have at the start of this episode. I might go just a little bit further. Curiosity killed the cat, but I'm not a cat. I'm a professor, so curiosity is not going to be that big of a problem. I'm going to just check out if there's any items on this area, but if there's a chance to encounter any, battles going on, I'm just going to end it right here. But, come on, break through the confusion, Dorothy. Yes! Alright, the Hex should bring it down. If not, I'm sure the burn will do the trick. Not bad! We gotta care for our Pokemon, of course. Dorothy hits level 60. Oh, boy, let's learn Explosion. Whoops, I hit no. Darn it, I wanted to learn... Actually, we still have this as a TM. Darn it, I didn't click yes on the TM. Obviously, I didn't do it. I say I'm a veteran, but the path of Pokemon runs steep. Explosion, really? I suppose you could max out the attack stat with the super training and try to make it a powerful explosion, but I am not, even from Gen 1, I've never really had the mindset of, my Pokemon are expendable in that sense, you know? I don't want to blow up my own Pokemon just to injure the opposing Pokemon. That being said, it makes sense if you're going to have something like a Golem with Sturdy that could then explode once you go down to Sturdy, but I'm still, I don't know, I just don't like the thought of my Pokemon getting hurt like that. If you keep cherishing your Pokemon, you can become a veteran too. Well, not to toot my own horn, but I kind of already am. So this is actually a different area. Can we fly here? To the Pony Coast. Does not look like it. I want to get a new fly location. Let me see if the Pony Meadow is a fly location before I end this off. Because if possible, I would like to start the next episode by checking out what Professor Kukui has to offer us. So the meadow is right here. Oh, this is interesting looking. There is a fly location here. Yes! Alright, perfect. So we're going to save it up right here. Actually, I'm going to step out of the meadow just because I don't want to see this just yet. I want to wait and be a little bit surprised. So we're going to save right here. At the start of the next episode, I will go and talk to Professor Kukui and my mother and see what items there might be waiting for me there. So I guess that is it for today's episode. I want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, feel free to leave a like down below, of course, and leave any comments you have to say about the future of the playthrough and what you want to see happen, and any other topics of discussion you want me to go on about in future videos as I do some downtime of exploring and random trainer battles. feel free to leave those in the comments as well, and I'll throw some feedback towards you guys out there. I will say, I apologize, I've been slack on responding to comments lately as well, but I'm going to make a point to do that at some point, probably today, if not tomorrow. I got to sit down and just go through all the comments and respond, because I want to be interactive with you folks out there. I don't want to just put a video up, have you guys watch it, ask for your comments, and not interact like that. I always read the comments, but finding time to respond is just sometimes it's hard to do. But all that rambling aside, I want to say again, thanks for watching. If you missed any episodes of Pokemon Moon thus far, there is a link in the description to the entire playlist. Plus, during the outro, there will be some links to some other videos that I have done, as well as a link to subscribe to the channel if you're not currently subscribed. You can get daily Pokemon content, including coming up on Friday, the first of the Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon TCG videos, because the expansion does come out on Friday. I'll be doing a sort of a pre-release sort of thing for myself, getting 10 random packs and making my first custom deck of the Sun and Moon cards, plus some trainer cards from previous sets, but you'll see all that in that video on Friday, so stay tuned for that. But once again, I want to say thanks for watching, and I guess that is it. Professor Chaz is now signing off. I'll catch you next time.